Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know we've been gone away for a minute. Haven't done a gaming or Madden update in a really long time. Holidays got a little bit busy, I should say, and I just wasn't quite playing Madden as much as I was. So here today we are going to do a gameplay with probably the hottest game at the moment, or I guess you would say the last couple months, Arc Raiders. I was super intrigued with this game, just from what I had seen online, mostly Instagram and stuff like that. Super intrigued. And after my work week last week, I was gifted this by a friend who I very much appreciate because this game has just been off the chain. So yeah, it was on sale, which was really nice. Being able to get this for like $32, like what a steal! Like this is such a fun game. Now I'm just gonna kind of go over some of the basics, pretty much a little bit of the gameplay, then also. But I'm just going to kind of navigate through everything, what your objectives are and everything. And then, yeah, maybe try to go do a couple missions or a couple drops, I guess they are called. So yeah, let's get into it. Hopefully this is probably going to be a pretty long video. It is literally like 5:45 in the morning. Okay, my bad. It's about to hit 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock. And actually I forgot to tell everybody, Happy Christmas Eve. This is my last day off before my work week starts tomorrow, so working on Christmas, but that's all right. So yeah, I figured I'd come in and cut a video, and I'm telling you, this game is so much fun. I would probably say, I think I'm probably close to like 30 hours on it. Probably played probably like around like 3.5 days, I guess you would say. Didn't get to play too much yesterday or Monday, but played the weekend and Friday, so it was pretty fun. Again, still a little new to the game. Don't know all the ins and outs. Haven't even used all the, guns and stuff like that. So, but I do have some favorites so far, and yeah, I'm telling you, this has been a great game so far. So if anybody's looking, for a new fun game to try out, I would highly recommend this one. It is so much fun. So all right, so we'll get into the ins and outs first, and then we'll try to go do some drops and try to complete some stuff. Yeah, all right. Okay, let's get into it. So here's your character. You pretty much, you build your character, then you come in and you have like a workshop. This is your buddy. His name is Scrappy, and I'm guessing they call him Scrappy because he helps you when you complete missions and complete drops, and come back successfully. You can actually die, and I think he still gives you stuff, which is good. But all of these things right here in your collection box are all things that you need to use to build things, use to do all kinds of stuff. Like, that's why when you drop in, you loot, and you pretty much take all that loot, you bring it back, and you build stuff with it. So pretty much the main objective of the game. Loot stuff, stay topside, loot stuff, kill the robots, stay alive, and don't lose all your shit. So pretty much, so yeah, he's pretty much your best friend, pretty much. So and then you get your workstation. So you already come established with this workbench to start out, and then you build your other one. So you got your gunsmith, gear bench, medical, explosives, and utility. So I'll just kind of show you just in general. These are your your blueprints, right? Again, with all the terminology, I'm sorry, I probably won't be able to necessarily say like exactly the names. So these are called augments, and I'll kind of show you. Here are your guns, here are your ammo, and as you can see, down to the right there, it says like metal parts and chemicals. So if I want to get more of this ammo, I pretty much have to craft it myself. So here, we'll just say, like right here, chemical parts and plastic parts. It takes 2 and 3 to do that, to make one of these. So we'll just make one, so I'll have 5 in the stash. Pretty much explosive wise, especially like with this one, 5 is as many as you can carry with you in the drop. So yeah, so that's pretty much, again, like I said, these are just your workbenches where you can craft things. This is your customization of your character. That's like right there. Here's your skill tree. Your skill tree is going to be like based on how you want your character to play topside. I think it's probably good to have it pretty balanced, I would say. I actually friended a person last night, and he had been playing for like probably a little bit over a month, and was just kind of giving me the ins and outs on like what kind of things you should probably favor over others. One of those probably being like stamina, your ability to run longer, faster. So I have my own mobility up pretty high. Really, I think it's just whatever you kind of want to do with your skill tree is just kind of I think like I've breaching and stuff. I have it take less time, have it be less like noisy, which is nice. So yeah, you can fill out your skill tree however you pretty much want to. But yeah, it is pretty crucial. It helps out, for sure on how your character plays topside. Okay, and so then I think I just opened Trials not too long ago. Actually, this is the first time I'm pulling this thing up, so again, pretty new to the game. I guess these must be like first things that you can do when you do go into some drops. Harvest plant. Okay, I should be looking at this more. This is the first time I kind of popped into this since I unlocked it. So and then with your projects, you have certain projects about collecting things. Like on this one, this would be my second one. I just need one more light bulb and I'll complete this one. Now and then you have your expedition. I'm not fully for sure what this is all about. I think I have 9 of these left. I have 36, so 36 in my stash, 9 to complete. So let's just complete this. And now I'm on to the second one, so that's pretty good. I have to have some pretty good wires here. Probably don't want to do all of those to start out, so we'll start out with 10. Actually, you know what? We'll start out with another 10. We'll go 20. Electrical components. We'll do another 10 right there. And again, I'll kind of show you once we complete a cooling fan. Need 5 of those. Okay. Durable cloth. Yeah, we could do 3 of those. Again, some of this stuff you can't find like every time that you drop, and certain places obviously have different types of loot compared to others. So again, with your character though, the customization of your character, really cool, very, very cool. I ended up buying the deluxe edition like add-on, which was like another $15. I figured it was probably pretty good value because it gave you 2,400 tokens, it gave you this outfit, gave you a bunch of stuff. So I decided to go with that just because I kind of like this whole like Desperado looking Indiana Jones, futuristic Indiana Jones character. But there's a lot of cool, outfits and stuff like that, like a lot of cool ones. I was probably going to switch up, my my overall look in probably another video, or maybe we'll do a couple and then at the end maybe we'll finally switch up. I've been really liking this one just because it kind of looks kind of Mad Max ish. Yeah, to me I feel like that's what this game is. It's like a futuristic, maybe like Mad Max kind of game, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we'll come back to this. Then you have like emotes and stuff that you can do. These are, highly crucial, more so for like, what you're going to say to people, greet them, and say, don't shoot. And that is the crazy thing about this game is, you know, you're trying to stay alive from the machines, and you can meet other people and work together, or people can, you know, betray you, and you know you can get murked, and then they steal all your stuff. So you have to be very much on your toes just the whole time. So, and then you have like your traders. So. Celeste, she kind of helps you with like putting together some of these like very like these components right here are going to be your very like broad necessary ones to pretty much, you know, craft a lot of stuff. But a lot of these other things are highly crucial too. So right now I have 39. I'm just going to do a couple of duct tapes just because I don't know why that thing won't go away though. I can't even see. Yeah, I can't even see. We'll do some metal parts because I know we always need the metal parts for like pretty much a lot of your gun stuff pretty much. Okay. We'll do 2 of these because I know these are like good for crafting again stuff for your guns. I haven't used everything or like all of the guns, not even close, but I do have some of my favorites so far. But then again, you have security. They have certain things that you can buy here, gun attachments, pretty awesome augments, you know, bandages and stuff like that, key hatches, which are freaking they are important, or they can be, especially in sticky situations, because when we get out there I'll kind of show you what I mean. You know what, I'm actually just gonna buy one of these. I think I do have another one, but they're just highly crucial. I'm telling you they are, because every map, every drop, every place is going to have certain elevators where you're trying to come back, and some of they're all timed, so you have to either get there in time or you don't. And so that's why those hatch keys are really nice, because there's hatches all around the map also, but if you don't have a key you can't get in them. So again, just looking through these are all just people, you know, gun shop, then you get your clinic, and then you get your grenades and gadgets. So most of these are pretty much unlocked and able to be bought, which is nice. And I do have 188,000, which, you know, for starting out, it's not terrible. I usually don't spend a lot of my money. I have bought some attachments for guns and stuff, but that's pretty much about it. Okay, so then we'll get into like, okay, so like here's your loadout right now. So as of right now, I have I think it's a combat augment, so it's not too bad. But you can see with like this augment, it gives you a certain number of boxes there to the right side of it. Like this blue one, you can see how it adds additional augments. I only have one of these, so I probably just haven't used it yet, but I probably could, you know, for another run or something like that. But the one thing you have to know is that if everything that I have set up and, you know, put on, you know, my loadout right now, if I die by either the ARC robots or by another person, if you die and you don't make it back, you lose everything. The only thing you don't lose is if you have something here in this safe pocket. That's the only thing that you don't lose. But other than that, if you lose, you start all over and you've lost, you know, all of these, you know, guns, and pretty much all your loot. So you have to be, again, very much on your toes. So you got your grenades. These are shield chargers. These are herbal bandages, which work way better than regular bandages. And then you do have a defibrillator. The defibrillator is really just, you know, for helping other people. You can't use it on yourself. It's literally for just other people. So, you know, if you see somebody get attacked or something like that and you want to help them out, then you can bring them back and stuff. So it's kind of just nice to have, but it's kind of, you know, you can't really use it or anything. Okay, so gun-wise, I got the Anvil. I've upgraded it. Actually, I think I found this one. I had just been rocking another Anvil for a while, and if you can see, it says durability 64 out of 110. My durability got all the way down to like 10, but I love this gun. It shoots like 1 round at a time. It takes a second to reload, but not crazy. It shoots heavy shots, which is nice. So if you can be pretty accurate with it, it does really good damage. And then I have the Stitcher. This is really nice. Shoots 30 round mags. I actually have an extended mag on here. As you can see, like right here, I have a silencer on this. Haven't really found out about this tech mod component for the anvil, to be honest. I just don't know if I haven't ran into it or something or what. But also I have the attachments on this one also, stable stock, extended mag, and all this stuff. You can put a grip on there, vertical grip or something. Do I have a grip? Oh, I do have a vertical grip. Yeah, nice. Might as well just put that on there. Why not? Only adds to how the gun, is controls and just how it shoots and everything. But again, these are all guns that I have saved up. And then like right here, you can see if you press Y, you can send it to your stash, which is to your left, or you can you can repair it. This is what it takes to repair it. When you repair something, it's 50 points. So right now it's at 64 out of 110. If I did repair it, it probably would be a good idea, because it would fully restore it. But I probably could wait for it to kind of, for the durability to go down a little bit more. Or, I have another one over here, so I could just use that one too. Again, like these components that you have to either upgrade or repair, like you don't come across them very often. So like it's, you better hope that, you know what, let's just do it for the video. Let's just upgrade it. Nice. So now we're at a 3, and it is an uncommon 3. Alright, so it only went up 6 points. That's alright though. But again, like, you have to be very, aware that some of these components that you use, you might not find them again for a minute. So, you have to be very choosy about what you want to do with with your items and stuff. So a lot of stuff, blue are the rare, green are the uncommon, these are the epics. I just got this one like last night. Again, key hatch. Let's just move that to the safe just for the video. So really for now, I don't really have a crazy amount of stuff, but some of these trinkets though, pretty cool. And then some of this fruit and stuff will be used for Scrappy. I think on my first drop, I'm going to try to go and try to see if I can acquire some more lemons to train Scrappy to get to the next level. So maybe we'll do that for our first thing. But then here's a blueprint. So to be able to learn these blueprints, they're nice. So you would actually go learn and consume on this. And then that means when you go into your gunsmith table, you can build that item if you have the items, which you obviously couldn't before. So you definitely want to learn pretty much everything. But again, you tend to have to be pretty choosy about what you do with your items and stuff. Alright, well, I think that's a pretty good just overview, just like how things kind of roll and stuff. Okay, so we definitely want to take out this stuff. That would have not been good if I would have rolled into a drop and not had. So again, each gun has a different type of ammo that it uses. I was rolling with the shotgun last night, but then I switched over. So you have the Stitcher that rolls with the light ammo, and then the Anvil handgun rolls with the heavy ammo. So yeah, so that's pretty much how it goes. Good overview. Yeah, let's just do a drop in, and we'll see. I'll let you guys kind of see how everything works. So you pretty much just go to play. Over here to your left, you got like missions and stuff like that. If you can see quests, Some of them definitely easier than others. Um, but yeah, I've gotten to level 25 so far. I've completed quite a few, but again, some just take longer than others. Okay, now if I remember right, I think they said that those lemons, and see, you have different types of missions. You have your difficulty up there on each map, up there to the top left. But like you have like, it's called like a cold snap. Maybe we'll drop in and do this one first, just because it's Christmas Eve and kind of get that winter element going. You have night raids and stuff like that, which are pretty cool. But again, different types of things, like even with like this cold one, you have to worry about frostbite. You have to make sure that you make it into buildings to warm back up and stuff like that. It's pretty thorough and stuff. I have heard some people talk about other games being very much like this. I don't know. This is just kind of my cup of tea when it comes to like gaming and stuff. I used to play games like this when I was younger, where you would loot things, not loot. You would just go around and acquire things and use them to craft things and stuff like that. So I think this is a good like middle ground, like in between. I love COD and Battlefield and stuff, but this is it's a different change of pace. So yeah, let's just drop in and I'll show you guys what's going on. So when you confirm that you want to drop in, it kind of just says, okay, well, here's everything that you're going to be taking with you and everything. So all right, and then it says ready up. To me, I like this drop because it seems very much like like the Running Man, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Running Man. Like you get put in this chute and they just shoot you up to the ground, and yeah, you guys will see what I'm talking about here in a second. But now again, I'm not for sure if you guys can hear the volume of the game. I kind of didn't know, I didn't want to get a copyright or something like that or anything, but you guys will probably be able to hear other people. Actually, I forgot, I need to change my settings to proximity. I forgot to do that, but I think we can do that while the game loads in. So they'll give you these dropping points where you load in, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we need to change to proximity open mic. So just like it said, some of your very first missions are acquiring these candleberries, even out in the cold. But also, it says stay vigilant of frostbite and stuff like that. You do have a flashlight, which is pretty nice. You do run faster when you don't have your guns on you or out. So again, I'll just kind of also show you like the map wise. You can see where these are the elevators that you need to get to in a certain amount of time. As you can see the time running down, pretty cool. This will show you the yellow and the red. This means that the loot value is very high, but it's going to be more dangerous with arc and stuff like that. Dang, I definitely did not get to the side of the map I wanted to. Actually, you know what? This wasn't... Oh yeah, I forgot we're totally doing a different type of map. Or drop. We're doing the cold one. So again, you can kind of just see, certain missions will tell you exactly where to go during your drops. Yeah, it'd be kind of nice to maybe stick around here, kind of loot a bunch of stuff, and then the elevator's right there. That'd kind of be nice. So we'll kind of look around here and we'll see what we got. As you can already hear, nice, good shot. Nice. So again, friendly. So that big dog right there, That's something you don't want to mess with. That's a Rocketeer right there. Definitely something you do not want to mess with. So again, this is kind of how it goes. There's certain things around the map that you can breach and search. This is a good one because you can get these mechanical components that you definitely need and are necessary for a bunch of stuff. Speak of the devil. Nice. That's exactly what I needed. Now, I know I'm like leaving those chemicals and stuff like that. It's mostly just because I do already have like a lot of chemicals, and when you go and take stuff back, you can recycle them, and most of the time you can recycle them into the bare bones items that you need, which are like chemicals, mechanical metal parts, plastic parts, rubber parts, all kinds of stuff like that. So, and you know, I know I'm cutting this video and everything, but these people are probably definitely going to be hearing me, you know, talk like this in proximity chat. It's alright though. Shotgun ammo, yeah, why not? But again, you only have certain amount of slots to bring stuff back, so you have to be kind of choosy again on like what kind of stuff you want to bring back. Sure, we'll go with that. I know we can, metal, or the metal parts I didn't bring back. And again, most of the time, this is how the game is played. You're just looking around and you're trying to find stuff to... But as you can see, do you guys see? Oh, that's perfect. Do you guys see what's happening with my health? Not good. My health's going down because I'm getting frostbite. So again, you have to get inside and try to get your health back, which actually, to be honest, I don't think it comes back, so I'm gonna have to use an herbal bandage. Oh man, I found a light bulb. That's perfect. I needed that. Needed that. I'll take that. Oh, 2 of them? Let's go. That's perfect. Now again, I know you guys are seeing that I'm not taking everything. I know, I'm sorry. It's just... Actually, I will take that power cord if I can. Usually, if I can find items that I can stack together, like that's kind of nice. If I can't, then, you know, I kind of just try. And so here you go. Here are your items that you carried with you. So I'm going to use one of the herbal bandages. Kind of restore my health. You have a charger, and then you have your health. So it's kind of like you kind of choose, you know, what you want. I think from what they've said, you kind of want to worry more about your health than you do your charge. Your shield definitely does help you, but it you know, it's just not as important, I guess. I mean, it's still important, but the first thing you probably want to look for is, do I have one of these? I do not. Did I do the bolts? I did the bolts. These are assorted seeds. These are nice because they help you craft, again, some of those bare bones essential things. Definitely want to do that one. Water pump, don't have enough. See, my thing's already full already. Might just drop those because it's just one thing of them. Now you would pretty much be thinking like, dang, like I'm already like pretty full with stuff. I could probably drop that. Probably just drop that too. See, if you get too full, then you can't like run. I don't know why I picked those back up. You can't run very fast, and that's something that you definitely want to be able to do. Like here, I actually went down here last night and found a crate that took up topside, and I completed a mission with in that little area that we were just at. But again, down here, you have to be very vigilant. There's arc that are like these little rollers. Ooh, they're a lot tougher than you would think. But yeah, again, it just seems like around every corner that you go, there's always something kind of out and about. Oh, damn. Definitely made a mistake right there. You definitely be making sure that you reload and everything. Looks like most of this stuff was already surged through. Yeah. So I'm just going to do this on the map. I'm actually just going to look at the elevator and stuff. Just because, you know, again, you only have a certain amount of time. Oh, man, I don't want to get lost in here either. So there you go. Those are the rollers. That's definitely not one of the worst ones. The worst ones are the flamethrower, the fireball ones. Ooh. That's what I'm saying. They'll sneak up on you. They definitely will. And these actually have really good parts too. Mostly these right here, these arc alloys, they're definitely necessary. You use them a lot, so that's something that you can just stack too. And you can also sell items too, like at the end and shit. So my bad for cursing, but yeah, it's just like, looks like somebody had already kind of went through these ones. Yeah, we'll stack some more of those. So yeah, it's just, again, you're just searching areas all over the place, trying to stay alive, and yeah. Damage heat sink. I think this is the first time I've picked one of those up before. Oh. And then you have your freaking alien crawler. Alien, you know, crawler freaking machines that are straight out of the Alien franchise, which are freaking, I think, pretty awesome. But yeah, you definitely have to, again, watch yourself. Ah, there's that carrier. Dude, I could carry that thing up, but man, it's gonna take me a second to get there. Should we just try it? How much time do I got? Dude, that's gonna take me a long time. 9 minutes? I think I have enough time. Alright, let's try it. Actually, you know what? Let's go through this really quick. I'm carrying too much stuff. So let's definitely drop that. Definitely drop the ammo. Don't need that. Those wires don't need. Goggles don't really need. Okay, so let's carry this thing up and we'll try to get up topside. That little area that I was at before, oh, this is gonna take me forever. But you will get really good loot once you put this in the thing, so I guess we'll see what happens. We'll kind of extend the video out a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you though, I am certainly a person that is more so like, hey, I'm just gonna loot and find my stuff and get the heck out. Like, unless it's like a mission that's like, you know, gonna take you a second, I usually loot up, fill out my augment, and get the, you know, get the hell out. Oh shit, big dog here. Should I try to take him out? I am telling you folks, this anvil thing is, it's nice. And what you trying to do, like when you fight those, I think that was a wasp right there. Yeah, that's a wasp. And you definitely want to try to clip the wings, so more so than just taking it, you know, head on. I hear some people. Yo, friendly. How's it going? Yeah, so again, carrying this thing up top, it takes a second. I should have just told that guy I was going to go put this in and he could have found some good loot. Trying to complete this mission the first time, it took me forever. Actually, somebody actually helped me out, showing me down there is kind of where this was at or whatever. But yeah, it took me a minute because, you know, online it said, oh yeah, this crate is like, you know, 50 meters away, you know, from this depoy. So it took me a second. But yeah, we'll get this completed and then we'll try to get the H out of here. So you just kind of put it right in here. And apparently this is going to be like really good. It's supposed to be pretty good loot, so we'll see what pulls up here. So there's another anvil gun. That's pretty dope. Definitely going to carry that. Another shield. We'll take that. Smoke grenade. Probably don't need. Heavy fuzzy. Okay. Oh man. It says I got too much shit. What would I want to drop here? I don't really want to drop anything, to be honest. Let's just see if we can make it back. Alright, let's see if we can do it. It's like 2:30 away. However, I feel like I've hit this elevator before and it's definitely not easy. Oh shit. I have to hurry. Oh my gosh, if they see me, I'm gonna be dead. I am not gonna lie, folks. That was very close. Folks, I literally might die here. Mock run, dude. Yep, I might die here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Okay. Folks. Gosh, every time I'm trying to freaking... How much time I got left? 3 minutes? What? I promise, these things are smart, man. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking to see if the big dog's out here. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first drop of the morning, like that was insane. I need to chill though, because I definitely did get trapped and pinched in one of these garages before, and yeah, it definitely was not fun. Man. So that's your elevator, like right there. Again, I did have a hatch key, and I could have looked for a hatch, but the elevator's coming, so it'll take a second, and then the doors will drop. I am going to be completely honest with all of you. Oh man, there's only a minute left too. I just feel like I can hear that Rocketeer. Hurry. I feel like I can hear him. Oh my gosh, hurry. We made it, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it. That is what I'm talking about. I know some of that gunplay wasn't the best. I thought it wasn't too bad though. I think I took out at least 4 or 5 robots in that round. So again, we didn't go very far. And sometimes the objective is just to actually, I would say we covered a lot of ground right there and did some stuff. So it wasn't too bad for a first run of the day. Whew, man, that got a little hot there for a second, man. And that's what I'm saying. When there's multiple arc and it's just like you get pinched in places, like it's tough, and a lot of stuff's going on. Again, I'm still kind of a very vanilla player so far, so me trying to be like, oh shit, I need to reload, oh shit, I need to throw on a patch, I need to, or bandage, oh shit, I need to recharge my shield and stuff. But we made it, so it was good. Nice, pretty successful. A lot of XP there, that's good. Completed that field crate to the field station. That was nice. Got some credits, and then again, like as you go, you can stock up your your merits, and you can unlock certain things. I've already unlocked what would it be, like 200 free coin, CP that you can use in the store and stuff like that, and outfits and stuff like that, and so it's pretty cool. I feel like the rewards have been very much worth it so far. And then again, every time you complete, even if you die or you make it, you come back, and Scrappy will give you some pieces and parts of pretty much all of these bare bones essential things that you use. So that's pretty dope. So that was nice. And then you can go into your inventory, and then you can decide okay, hey, I'm either going to sell this, or I can recycle this into those components. Every time you recycle though, it's going to go down into parts that are very bare bones. So depending on what the item is. Heavy fuzzy grenade, or fused grenade, sorry. Let's see here. Grenade that detonates in delay. See, I'm not the best with grenades. I'm not terrible. I've definitely gotten kills with the grenades, but most of the time I just feel like I don't need them. I'm so glad I got these components. Hey, that's a good find right there. Another anvil. I like that because I just like this gun. Power banks, what can I recycle those into? That probably don't need that. I feel like I should just save those for some odd reason. These light bulbs, are gonna go complete that. Send a stash. What is that go into? Okay. Damage heatsink. I don't know if I'll ever need that though. I'm trying to think. And a lot of this stuff that you think that you might not need. Actually, why do I feel like I did need a power cable for something? again, and you'll figure that out, like, you know, as you go, like, oh, you know, I probably should hang on to that. You can see up in the stash to the top left, I have 149 of 160. You can expand your thing, but literally 40,000 coins to do that. You know what, we're just gonna do that because, yeah, now we're about at 200. I still have 150,000. I mean, it's fine. I probably should comb through here and, you know, take out some stuff. You know, but we can do that in another, you know, when we're not getting a video or something. So then what I like to do is definitely go to my workbench, acquire more bullets. You can only have 200 of these with the light ammo on you at a time, and then with the heavy ammo you can only have 80. So that we're all stocked up on that now. Still got that hatch key. Man, that was crazy. I did take a lot of damage. Not a lot, but man, like that was a sticky situation. That could have ended like really badly. First video, and I would have died. But I'm telling you, that's just like what happens. You know, they kind of hang out by the elevators and stuff like that, and you can get into, you know, thinking that you have everything done, and then you get to the elevator and it's just chaos. So I'm pretty sure I have this project completed now. That was pretty dope that I found a light bulb right off the bat. Right on. 5 of these. I definitely have 4 of those. Yeah, let's just use those. Duct tape 12. You know what? Let's just put 10 in there. Yeah, why not? Film reel. I got one of them. Let's go. Candleberries. Dude, let's go. Got 60 of them. You know what? We're going to go get one more grenade and we're going to complete that. So, oops. I can go to my workbench and we'll go to, would that be explosives? Oh, I can't do it. But you know what I can do is I can go to trader. I can go to a gun shop. Or right here. I know this is going to sound stupid. You're like, why are you spending 2,400 just to complete this? Well, why not? You know, it's alright. I feel like I don't really use my money that much anyway, so, you know, why not try to just complete this? It's pretty good. Okay, coffee pot, fireball burner. Okay. Oh, I swore I had one of those. 28 of these? Yeah, we'll do that. Water filter, fireball burner, and a coffee pot. Damn, I feel like I've had definitely all of those items, so pretty crazy. You know, I just got like a bunch of merits, which is nice. Yeah, we about got that completed, so that's pretty dope. I know the video's probably been pretty long so far, but we could try to is Bluegate pretty tough? Bluegate is pretty tough. I'm trying to think. All right, let's go to I'm trying to think who had the Olive Gardens. Was it Damn Battlegrounds or was it Bluegate? I can't remember. Let's go to another really cool place. Let's just, oh man, that's gonna be tough, dude. We'll save a night raid for the next video. Let's drop down into buried. Wait, what does this say? Lush Blooms. This is like probably like my favorite map, to be completely honest. Buried City's pretty fun. I like this one. Again, I think the map's pretty awesome. I don't know if this is going to be something where they like, you know, possibly like do seasons. I think I just talked to that to the person that I friended last night. We did a couple loot drops and stuff. You know, I think they all reset, and I think maybe he might have said if you complete the expedition, you reset anyways and start all over. So he just started all the way over. So I don't know if that happens when you like reach a certain level. I've just heard people say that they were just resetting their things anyways. Yeah, so it's all pretty crazy, but A lot to take in. Oh, pretty sure I needed coolant. Nice. Okay. Doesn't look like these have been searched yet. Don't really need those. Projector, you just never know. Might need that. Okay, let's take a look at this map. You know, there were some things over here, over this way, where like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely looked online and stuff, and saw where you can, you know, find like gun crates and stuff like that, which are, you know, pretty essential if you want to, you know, you'll definitely find some things on the map without having to, like, you know, having to actually like find a gun crate or something. You know, you'll just find, like I said, I completed that little crate mission. Boom, there was a gun popped up. Oh my gosh, of course, I'm running right to a freaking Rocketeer. How's it going? I think there might have been a gun crate right here. It doesn't look like it spawned. That's fine. I think those buttons, you're supposed to do like a sequence, and if you complete that sequence, then you can, I'm gonna be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I might save that for another video, because I definitely do not want to go over to that Rocketeer. I'm gonna be, those things are like nearly almost impossible to take out unless you have a crew of people. If you tried to take that thing head on, bad news bears. Bad news bears. I mean, I even think like Hornets are kind of like a lot to take on sometimes, depending on what you have for items. But is he still over there? Okay, he went back the other way, so we'll go check this out. Kind of show you what I mean. Nice. Like that these cars haven't been broken into. Try to find those mechanical components. Alright, just chemicals. That's fine. Another one. And again, I know most people, you know, maybe some people would, you know. Oh shit. Okay, it's gunshots. Yeah, so it looks like somebody got into this one. There was a gun crate. However, I do remember hearing that you can hop up here. It doesn't look like the gun crate is over this way, so that's okay. You know, it's not always gonna spawn, but it's kind of like a, I thought again, if I could just break into these cars and find these mechanical components, those mechanical components are essential for, like, dang, it's been nothing but chemicals. And I'm not gonna lie, as like, you know, a person that likes, you know, I like to, you know, hear gunfights and stuff like that and choose to like go help people out and stuff. So, but again, you kind of never know what might happen if you do that, you know what I mean? Oops. Again, when you come in here though, you gotta be wary about what's going on, because those rollers, man, they can roll right up on you, and it's, yeah, it's not easy. Oh, let's do this. I know it's probably gonna take me a second, but again, it is so crazy. In the first two videos that I'm doing here, this, yeah, little runs, that I completed this field decoy crate, because I'm telling you, this took me forever to even just find this crate. It took me forever, and I got lucky. Like I said, somebody helped me out. Mock, are you walking the right way? Yeah, I think so. Am I or am I not? Shoot. Now I'm not really for sure. Dang, I literally have this thing and I'm not for sure where the field depot is. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, dang, I thought it was over here. You know, I thought it actually told you on the map where it was, but I don't think it does. I was looking for it. I could look it up, but I just feel like that's going to take a lot of time. You guys probably don't want to... Oh, this stinks. You know what? I'm going to look it up real quick. Oh my gosh, what are we doing here? No, 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 no. Cancel that. Oof, this map is way too complex. What? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. It says that it's all the way on the other side of the map. There's only one. Huh. That's kind of weird that it would all, be all the way over on this side. I could have swore that there was one over here, but I guess not. Okay, let's look around. We definitely need to watch for an elevator. Yeah, I do have the hatch key though. I guess I could show you how that is. I just feel like if I head over to this one, there's been a lot of stuff going on over there. I do have a hatch key, but it, again, probably don't want to have to use those if you don't have to. Again, we can loot some more of these, I'll definitely take that. Some ammo. Nice. It's crazy. I've only really ran into one person. Industrial magnet. It's probably going to be essential for something. Yeah, there we go. And again, there's like a lot of plants and like stuff like that that you wouldn't think that you would need. But yeah, it comes in handy for sure. Thought that I could open that. Oh shit, yep, definitely don't want to run towards that. And that's what I'm saying, they usually like, they'll usually just fucking just, you know, guard an elevator and stuff like that. Makes it kind of difficult. Whoa. I can't tell if somebody's fighting that thing or what. So the elevator's right there. I could go down in there, but let's just see if we can loot a little bit more. Nice. Sorry, I didn't know how much. Oh shit. Oh shit, that's a turret. Ooh, yeah, definitely don't want to mess with that thing. Okay, I'll definitely take the ammo. You know what? I can just sell that. So we'll hang on to it. Only got a few more things. To be honest, not a lot of stuff in here. Okay, that's nice. Mod components, I definitely needed that, so we're gonna drop those. I'm almost certain I needed this. Okay, probably should head out. I know, I got a full thing. And then, you know, getting down here into the elevator, definitely have to watch your tail end, because usually there's a lot of rollers down here. So I like to, wow, I don't even have any nades on me. That's alright though. Yep, somebody's been busy. Yo, friendly. Oh, hey, I got a defib, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's alright. It's all good. It's not that, yeah. He could have crawled out, but it's all good. Damn, you guys are doing some work down here with these rollers, man. Nice. Dude, those fireballs are crazy, man. Right on. Appreciate it, fellas. So, like right there, I didn't probably need to use a defib on that guy. He could have just probably crawled into the train and been fine. But, you know, he is down. So, like, you know, technically he could run out of health before the time, you know, before we, you know, press the button to go back and stuff like that. So, really, defibrillator is not that big a deal. But that's really how you just, like, can use them. You can't use them on yourself, so you can help other people out. But, You know, I always think it's better to help out than, like I'm just gonna be honest, from what I've been seeing on Instagram and stuff, like I could have just murked both of those guys and stole all their shit, but again, I didn't have any slots or anything like that, to really take anything. I mean, I could swap shit out and stuff like that, but that would take a long time. It just, again, to me, I feel like this game, like they said, is very much a social experiment. It's like and like I was telling, the kid I met last night, like, he's like, it's different when you run with squads because you just feel like when you're with, other players that you could probably take on other teams, which is fine. I'm not against that or anything. But, I just think it's kind of a little bit better just to, help everybody out, kind of fight against the machines and just do that. So, I know those were two very kind of, yeah, I would say that first run got a little bit sticky. I'm not gonna lie, but that's kind of pretty much the basics. I would love to probably cut another video. I mean, we could probably keep going. Maybe we could customize my character. I was kind of wanting to do that, to be honest. I'm guessing I'm probably gonna need to like keep some of this stuff. I just have a feeling. It's so weird, like you sit there and you're like, I don't probably want to keep this stuff, and then like you end up getting rid of it and you're like, oh shit, I actually probably did need that. So something like, yeah, like I said, some things that you would just think, oh, I probably won't need that, but some things like this, I know it recycles into fabric, which I already have a shit ton of like right now, so I'm just gonna sell that, and again, some of this stuff, it's just like you might not think you'll need it, and then all of a sudden it turns out like you're gonna need it. So we have 2 chargers left, I'm pretty sure. Let's do this. That isn't what I wanted to do. There we go. We'll send, oh no. We'll do some of the see, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. We'll do the medical. Don't even have enough. Need some durable cloth. Damn it. But I have regular cloth, so let's just do that for the Lodi. This is regular fabric or regular bandage compared to the herbal bandage. It just doesn't work as fast, but it still works, so that's nice. But I do kind of like to maybe have some kind of grenade on me. I haven't even tried these out yet, but I guess we'll have them, or we'll try. I could carry a defibrillator, not gonna lie, but and I think we could have actually like bandaged that person, I think. So I probably did just waste that defibrillator, but hey, again, like I said, I'll come across it again sometime, so not that big a deal. Yeah, so like let's look into customize. I'm not gonna lie, I do really like this look. Like I said, it's kind of like a Desperado kind of futuristic Indiana Jones. But I did, I've acquired like now 300 credits for free just by playing the game. And it's crazy because I don't actually know if the outfit, like, so you can see I'm pretty bundled up like with this outfit and stuff. I don't know if that like changes, like if I was to, like, I don't know if the frostbite like affects me more if like I say go this, I take the helmet off, and then I go with no vest. Like, is the frostbite gonna affect me more with like semi this shorter sleeve? I really don't know. I could look into it and stuff, but I like this outfit because it looks literally like Mad Max, like from the movies. Like, we're talking straight Mel Gibson. And I think I'm just gonna buy it, especially with like the Steelers color. Oh yeah. The helmet, I could go no visor, just rock the helmet, but I think I'd probably just go no helmet. So you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just there's some cool ones though, like this one. I like this. You got like the jacket that Bane's wearing. Dark Knight Rises, pretty dope. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. But this is like an airman suit or something. He's got the knife on him too. Looks pretty sick, to be honest. You can take off the air supply, then it looks pretty sick. Man, that jacket actually looks pretty dope. Not gonna lie. There, you got your like Nebraska colors. It's pretty sick. Huh. 800. You know what? I think for just the love of Mad Max, I think we're gonna go with this one. Cost 600. Let's do it. Okay, so let's go customize. We're gonna go Steeler colors. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. And we'll keep the vest on. I think we should probably change up. And then again, you can change up your your backpack and stuff like that. So this is the one that came with the Desperado dude. I kind of just like that regular backpack, to be honest. I think that you kind of just start out with. Army green looks pretty dope though. Oh, I see. It's like kind of matches the vest though. We'll just go with the regular. Nah, I probably don't need that. And again, it's like so crazy, like just all the different things that you can like get and stuff like that. Just add-ons and stuff like literal bananas and shit like this. Like it's pretty crazy and stuff, but pretty cool at the same time. I think the one that I really liked was that's so weird. Oh yeah, the cassette. Yeah, that was the one I liked. 300 coins though for just a cassette. That's crazy. Okay, so I like that. Let's go appearance. And we're looking at haircuts. Okay, I do like this cut. Like, this cut's pretty dope. Looks pretty good. You know what? Might just rock with that. But I also kind of like this one. This one's pretty sick. You know what? We're just going to keep the long hair. Even though that does look more Mad Max-ish. Rocking that mullet, mohawk, my bad. A mullet would be sick. That's pretty much like a mullet right there. But that's like a lady's mullet or something. That's pretty dope. It's not terrible. It's actually not too bad. I feel like I should just rock one of those in real life, like just one time. You know what? I think we're just gonna stick with the haircut. How many credits is this one? That's actually a pretty dope bag. It says archaeologist? How many credits is it? Oh, you acquire this. Okay, I see. It's pretty dope. Radio Mountaineer. That one's pretty sick. I actually like that one. Damn, some of these are like just expensive though for just like a backpack. Damn. Got some sodas. You'll unlock that one? Yeah, I should probably just wait. I don't want to spend too much shit, but then you can, yeah, I mean, you can do emotes. I mean, Scrappy. I can't remember. I think I unlocked this one. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of just how it goes or whatever. Kind of just
that's a pretty good little first video, I think, for some ARK play. I guarantee you we're probably like close to an hour on the thing. Yeah, has to be. So yeah. Again, just a very like simple, kind of gameplay, little go through. I'm definitely going to be doing more videos like this. I need to find out on Streamlabs how to maybe stream. Possibly might do some streaming, some live streaming of some gameplay. So that would be pretty sick. But yeah, for the first video, I think this is pretty dope. Again, I just love this game. I like the way it plays. I like the objective on like what you're trying to do. You can team up with players and stuff like that. So yeah, I dig it, and I think this got like multiplayer, game of the year and stuff. So I can definitely see why. But yeah, love this game. Definitely going to be doing some more videos and be getting back into this a little bit. So again, I appreciate anybody that's still here watching this gameplay. I very much appreciate it. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I very much appreciate that. Yeah, and we'll definitely see you guys on the next one. Appreciate it. Peace.